In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use VBA in Excel to submit data into a web form. Let's get straight into it. Start by opening Excel from the Start menu and then open the workbook you have prepared for this task. Once it loads, you should see 3 rows of contact data sitting in columns A, B, and C. These are the records we will be sending to the web form. Now we need to open the Visual Basic for Applications editor. To do this, press Alt plus F11 on your keyboard. The VBA editor will open up in a separate window, ready for us to add our code. Inside the VBA editor, look at the top menu bar and click on Insert. From the drop-down that appears, click on Module. This will create a fresh, empty code window titled Module 1 in the middle of the editor, and this is where the macro is going to live. Next, switch over to Notepad and open the macro file, which is provided in the details below this video. Once the file is open, press Ctrl plus A to select all of the code inside it, and then press Ctrl plus C to copy that code to your clipboard. Now switch back to the VBA editor, click anywhere inside the empty Module 1 code window so your cursor is positioned there, and press Ctrl plus V to paste the code. The code window will now display 2 procedures, the main one called Submit Contacts to Web Form, and a helper function called URL Encode. Let me quickly explain what this code actually does before we run it. It reads the rows from Excel, pulling name, email, and phone from columns A, B, and C. It then loops to each row one by one, building form data that combines the name, email, and phone into a single string. That string is sent off to a website using an HTTP POST request. The macro then waits for the server's response and writes the result back into Excel, placing the HTTP status into column D, and the first 200 characters of the response into column E. The URL encode function simply makes sure that special characters, like spaces or the @ symbol, are formatted correctly for web submission. No editing of the code is needed at all, since it works as is against the test endpoint already configured inside. If this helped, hit like and subscribe for more quick tutorials. Now we are ready to run the macro. Click anywhere inside the body of the Submit Contacts to Web Form procedure so that your cursor is sitting somewhere within it. Then press F5 on your keyboard to run the macro. You can also click the green Run triangle in the toolbar at the top if you prefer that approach. The VBA editor will appear to freeze for just a brief moment as the 3 HTTP requests complete in sequence. After that, a message box will pop up confirming the result, saying submitted 3 rows to the web form. Now let's confirm that the submissions actually landed correctly on the server side. Click OK on the message box to dismiss it. Then press Alt plus F11 again to switch back over to the Excel worksheet. You can also simply click the Excel icon down in your taskbar if that is easier. Once you are back on the worksheet, take a close look at columns D and E. Each contact row should now display a status which will read 200 OK, along with a short snippet of the server's response that echoes back the submitted name, email, and phone values for that row. And that is the final result. Your worksheet now has a status column showing 200 OK for every row, and a response column containing the JSON that the server returned. That JSON includes the exact name, email, and phone values that the macro submitted, which confirms that the VBA macro built a valid form submission, sent it to the web form's URL, and the server accepted it without issue. This same pattern will work against any real web form you encounter. All you need to do is replace the URL value inside the code and update the 3 field names to match whatever the target form expects on its end. That wraps up this tutorial, and thanks for watching.